that brings me to my next question. The Nets will win a title with the Big Three.
Yes, but it would have to be next year. They have Spencer Dinwiddie.
Well, obviously it would have to be next year.
Yeah.
Can't be this year.
No. Like I know, but I'm saying like even beyond like the couple of years after that, it has to be next year for that team. Just because of the money implications and everything else for that team. You can't be that stacked. Egos will eventually get in the way, and somebody's going to say, "I want more Jack." So for them, it's do or die for them next year. After that, I think you're going to have to look at breaking part of it up. So I don't really foresee anything past next year for them having to be a contender. There again, when super teams like that come together, eventually they have to be broken down into rebuild because financially teams just cannot keep doing it. Harden's not young, so Durant's what, 30?
Yeah. And his feet are like 74.
Kyrie's still young, but the big thing there is Harden is probably Harden's I think the oldest one on there. I think he's 32. And
he can't stay healthy.
No. And I'm gonna agree somewhat here with Buck. I think Zion does end up in New York. And all of a sudden all of a sudden we are talking about the New York Knicks into this mix in about 2 years too as well.
That's the worst kept secret in NBA right now.
Right.
Zion ending up in New York in some way.
But then again, though, weirder things have happened because
you ever watch that guy talk about playing in New York? When he talks about playing in New York, his smile goes from ear to ear, and he can't contain himself. He wants to be in New York so badly. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and answer this, and I'm gonna say no way. The Nets do not win a title with this three for a number of reasons, but the biggest reason being why. They don't know who the leader of that team is. They don't know who the leader of that team is. Harden thinks it's his team. KD thinks it's his team. They do not know who the leader of the team is. They do not know who their premier scorer is. They don't know who's supposed to be their 2, who's supposed to be their 3. They don't do, and teams like that, they don't mesh well. And I don't think this team wins next year. And then just like you, I think even if they don't split it up after next year, the following year after that, they're not going to win it that year either. And then they're going to have to split these guys up. This team, the Brooklyn Nets, are not winning an NBA title with this team that they currently have. They're just not.